So hopefully you watched this part before you did that. So I'm going to show you exactly where the connectors are. We're jumping into the 4th Gen Tacoma build. This is my overland build, and this is a 2026 Tacoma TRD off-road mud bath. So brand new color for this year. I've been super hyped on it. I got suspension, wheels, tires, and now it is time to come into the inside of the truck. So when I first got this truck, this one and the 6th Gen, I did say how I was buying the bare bones models. And that's because I was planning to upgrade everything myself. So why pay all that extra money for a model that's got everything I'm going to be upgrading either way? So with that said, today we're going to be jumping into the head unit. And it has been a minute since I've actually done a head unit review. Back in the day with the 5th Gen, I did quite a few different ones. So I'm excited to jump into one for the 4th Gen Tacoma and the 6th Gen. So this is a two-for deal. So this does work for the 6th Gen 4runner, and this does work for the 4th Gen Tacoma, since the interiors are pretty much, well, they are exactly the same. So this is going to be upgrading an 8-inch screen to a 14-inch screen. This will be the same process if you had a 14-inch screen and you were upgrading to this model as well. So from Youducar, we have their multimedia system. And I've already popped this thing open once. It looks super, super sleek. It looks just like the stock 14-inch screen, but this has a ton more features than the stock 14-inch screen. So here we have it. Pretty simple. Looks exactly like your upgraded screen. And this isn't bad. You know, you pay a lot of money for the stock, or for the, you know, SR5 premiums, TRD off-road premiums that they, yes, they come with the JBL. I would say that's pretty cool, but you can always upgrade the system. You can upgrade the head unit. And this is one that I've been waiting for a very long time. I feel like for these new gens, I have been the one waiting for all these products to come out because I'm the first one to be looking into them. So, you know, it's something to consider when you are buying a vehicle. You know, if you like modifying things, DIY stuff like I do, you know, go the bare bones. Don't get all the upgrades, get the minimum and upgrade them later, because the aftermarket products that come out for these trucks are just endless. And we're going to keep going. We're only into like year 2 or 3 of this stuff. You know, year 2 of the 6th Gen, year, 3 of the Tacoma. So here we are, year 3, and we got our 14-inch screen for the 4th Gen Tacoma. So Youducar, let's do this. We're going to start this video off of removing the stock 8-inch, which is super simple compared to the previous generation of 4runner and Tacoma. So we'll jump into that, get that out of the way, plug this bad boy in, and see what we got. All right, so starting off, it's pretty simple. Up here at the top, you're gonna have this little plastic piece. We're gonna pop that up with whatever pry tool that you have, preferably plastic. The one I have right here is metal, but it's fine. There you go, bam. There's gonna be 4 bolts. So once you get that open, there's gonna be 4 bolts. You're gonna pop those off. And it looks like they're gonna be pretty sure 10 mil. They are 10 millimeter. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing off. All right, now I'm gonna put a little microfiber towel right here because this whole thing is gonna come popping right on out. And we'll be able to leave it right there. Now, the new radio, we should just be able to line all these up with the new hardware. So let's go ahead and jump in to the box. Let's see what we got. So we took out the screen, and we got a bunch of wires and plugs and everything. Now, I know it all looks intimidating. Oh, what's really cool is they actually use this, give you a pop-up tool. So make sure you use the pop-up tool. I didn't use that. you know, I get so used to doing these installs, I just open up and go. Sometimes I don't even think. All right, now as far as the connections in the rear, I opened up the other bag. It's got all these audios and mics and all this stuff. So we're gonna stick this where it fits into the back. All right, now there is this little, like, it says video decoder, and it looks like it needs a ground. So I'm going to try to ground it here on the little stock mount. So got that grounded. I think I got everything plugged. So let's see where it lines up. So I do these videos to help you guys so that you don't have to wait 6, 7, 8 hours to fix something or to install a stereo. So if you're a DIYer like myself and you're trying to get this stuff done the first time, you came to the right video, because I, on the other hand, have now waited like all day to install this. So I got stuck in one area where I had the power connected wrong and it popped my fuse. So I'm going to show you right now where that fuse is in case you did the same thing. All right, so I'm going to add this in the video just in case you guys do what I did. I had the power locked into the wrong connector and it blew my fuse during install. So you're going to want to come up under here, under your passenger side dash. There's the fuse box. The radio fuse all the way back to the front here, 10 amp, and there's a 20 amp right here. That's the radio. That's the one I blew. So if it's not powering on, that's the reason why. So hopefully you watched this part before you did that. So I'm going to show you exactly where the connectors are so you don't pop your fuse and you can get it on the first time. So what I would do to make this easy on you is this is from the plug that goes into the back of the head unit. Find this wire color combo, line it up with the only one that's black with these wire color combos. Same thing with this one. The yellow coming from the back is going into this one that's stock on your truck. So to the gray. So black, gray, and then one with the fewer wires is the white. Because some of these fit into each other, and that's how I blew my fuse, because this one fit into this one fit into this one. So I was just lining them up. So this is like your cheat sheet. Just go ahead and plug those in, find the rest of the plugs for the other ones, and you're good to go, guys. All right, so now that we have everything connected in each of the plugs, we're good to go. We're gonna stuff all these wires in the back, get this thing buttoned up, and we're gonna have ourselves a 14-inch screen. Somewhat carefully. We're gonna line it up right there, and we're gonna go back and get those bolts that we got from the very beginning, those 4, and we're gonna put them in the exact same place the last ones were. We got those all tightened back down. I'm gonna get my plastic trim piece, snap that back in, and hey, look at that. We have a 14-inch screen, and she is a beauty. Let's go ahead and take off the, where's this protective layer thing that was on here? There we go. Now you can get a tempered glass from 4runner Lifestyles, which I'm going to be getting for this. But there we go. That is how you install your 14-inch screen from Youducar. And this thing is pretty freaking sleek. It's just like a phone. So SKU Android, let's see. Let's see some basics. I think I might do a separate video for actually how to go through all this. So I have to go on my phone, settings, we'll go to Bluetooth. Paired devices, Bluetooth phone, search, scanning, iPhone, okay. So iPhone popped up. Pair, allow, linking. Yeah, we got our phone connected. It says pairing request still. Oh, paired devices disconnected. Linking. All right, we should be good. So it's connected. We got our truck. I guess we can change our truck on here too. Play Store, so we're gonna download some apps. You know, I had something similar to this back in the day with the 5th gen, and it kind of seems, yeah, CarLink 2.0. There we go, there's the CarPlay. Yeah, so this is the same interface as the one from my old 5th gen. So it should connect automatically every time. There we go, we got our CarPlay. Yeah, it should show every single time. And look at that. Look at all my music, so much bigger now. That's so cool. And it's very, look at the maps. This is legit. Hell yeah. Use maps in always in light theme, always in dark theme. I like dark theme. Same as device. Okay, so this is just Apple CarPlay. Okay. Looks like you're offline, local vibe, so we connect to the internet. So this whole thing does connect to the internet. So you can watch movies, you can download stuff. Like I said, during the install, we could actually do, hey, does this have my miles on it? Yeah. Total mileage. It's actually got my mileage on here. 1,369. That's cool. So it's picking that up. It's got the weather. Wow. All right. So I'm gonna have to do a whole separate video to go through this thing and how to change your background, change your truck. This is just like the old interface, but with that from my 5th gen days, but just with some updated stuff. This is awesome. All right. Stay tuned for part 2. If you guys want part 2, you want to see how to actually go into the interface, change the background, do all that cool stuff, check out the channel. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And you guys, I'll see you in the next one. So another question I've been getting is, does your Toyota app still work with the head unit? And the answer is yes, it does. So I can still lock it, unlock it, do climate controls, all that stuff, check on its status. I can do all that. The only thing it doesn't do anymore is it doesn't try to prompt me to connect to Toyota anymore, which actually drove me a little crazy. That's the one thing I didn't really like about it. It's every time I get in, it's like, do you want to connect to the Toyota app? I'm like, yes, geez, you know, and it would like interrupt me doing whatever I'm doing. This just connects straight to the CarPlay and you're good to go.